Welcome back everyone. I am back with another video today, and you have no idea how excited I am to talk about today's very special review. As you probably saw in the thumbnail, I now own a lost, rare variant of the Floating Monsters Ghost, and I was in so much shock when I found out there was one for sale on eBay, and I just really had to get it and put in my best bet for the win. I paid a total of $60, which I think is almost a steal, especially for an item that is this rare. As some of you guys know who may know a bit about Tekky toys, they had their own unique lineup of floating and flying monsters back from 2006 up to 2012. And the ones released were mainly just witches, reapers, zombies, and two versions of the 3-foot ghosts that were the crazy light face and the pumpkin face ghost, like the one seen here. Tekky's website back in the day showed other characters being a demon, a mummy, and a 5-foot pumpkin face ghost, which were never really found at all. And maybe the 5-foot ghost has been spotted as like a static at a random Halloween store like a few times a while back, but it has never really made an appearance since, and you don't really know what it did like at all. What is also super interesting about this item is that it's made to be remote controlled, and from what we know, the remote control models were very limited production, and there was only like very few of them that were made and that made it into the market, which as of now the remote controlled models are only available for the later 5-foot Grim Reaper and apparently now the 5-foot Ghost. It is very possible that other unreleased monsters that were on the page could have a remote control too. And I also wouldn't want to turn down the fact that there's a possibility there is a 5-foot light face ghost out there somewhere. And what's cool about these variants of the floating monsters is that you can definitely still find videos of the remote controlled Grim Reaper, which doesn't really seem like it did well at all, like as a prop being sold, because it was literally fully remote controlled, and the soundtrack would start every time you press and release a different button, which could be a very possible case for the 5-foot ghost to be the same way, but we don't really know yet until we unboxed it and test it out. And with that being said, I'm very excited to own this ghost, and I'm just excited to see how it's going to turn out like. It's basically one of the ghost's first real appearance being shown to public after a very long time of being lost. There's another video out there that beat me to it, so in this video you will hear me saying, oh, this is the very first time it's being shown, in action. But there's another video out there, just an FYI. So don't get at me. But I also must say that it is a very big possibility that this item doesn't work since it hasn't been tested since the production date. But either way, I'll be glad with whatever I have since it's super rare. So without further ado, let's move forward to the ghost. Now it's time for the setup. So this is how the ghost looks. Wow, this is a way bigger head than the other one. Wow, 5 foot tall. So basically as tall as her. But normally they're that size. I don't think you can even see it on the camera. But the 3-foot ghost, that's the normal one, so you can know how rare this is when they don't normally come in this size, and I think there's only very few produced, so it's gonna be crazy. Set this down. Then we have the base wrapped in this cardboard, so never seen before with the floating monsters. So oh, this antenna hit my head. Should have expected that, but there is an antenna because this is now remote controlled, so we'll see what that really means with this model. Yeah. Got the poles. Easy snap and lock poles. It honestly doesn't matter because they're all gonna go in a similar same spots pretty much. So this is over here. Twist to lock. It's gonna come off. Whoops, this one's not. Oh, this is loose. Oh well, I'll just glue it on or something. Okay. This is huge. Yeah, it's pretty much the same like little plastic piece that the witch and pretty much all the 5-foot characters have. They have like this little frame to give it like little shoulders, you know. So it's cool. So which part? This way. There we have the ghost. 5 foot tall. And I'll fix it up, put the batteries, and I'll be right back. Alright, this is how he looks like. See, he's as tall as the witch. Pretty much the same height and everything. The 3-foot ghost. Yep. His face is usually on those when you see them, so it's super rare to see a 5-foot. And I'm not surprised if there is a 5-foot version of that one. So that'd be awesome if it does exist somewhere. It just hasn't been found or heard about. So here is the found floating monsters ghost, 5 foot tall. I also forgot to mention the remote control. Yikes. But yes, it's the forward and what do you call it? Spin button, but I have not tested it. I'm hoping it's different than the Reaper in the videos, but if it's not, oh well, I'm not surprised. But, you know, I'm not going to come to conclusions that it's going to be, you know, better. Maybe not. We don't know, so I have no clue yet. But we're going to find the batteries and see if it even works. I don't even know if it works or not, so we'll have to see. And fingers crossed it will. Also, I'm now looking at the instructions and I need to get a 9-volt battery, so yikes, have to get that soon. Apparently there's a 3-way switch on the monster's base. There's a remote. Let's see that. Can't see it very well, but there's silent, on, and demo, just like the regular ones. So shoot. Have to be the monster pressing either forward in order to turn the remote. Make sure the item is off in position with monsters on base not in use. Yeah, pretty much. I'm just skimming through it, but it should say there's a remote option, but I don't see that here, so I'm afraid it's gonna be fully remote controlled. Because it also would have said remote, demo, or on, you know, but it doesn't say anything like that. Oh well, we'll see. We don't know yet, but we'll see. Alright, it is the next day. I finally got the battery, so I'm gonna put this in and we'll see how it works. Alright, so I just finished putting the battery in. You know, it's a moment of truth. We're gonna see what this guy does. First time ever, pretty much the world seeing what this rare ghost does. So it's possible it could be very different. It's possible it could be bad. I don't know. But I'm gonna switch that to on. Oh yeah, definitely. It's definitely just like the Reaper. Oh well, I mean, it's kind of expected. So yeah, I literally turned this on and the remote. I think it's sideways actually. One sec. Let me figure this out. Okay, so I fixed them. It was twisted the other way, so now this should be fine. At least he works, bro. Damn. And Yeah, it's unfortunate how it has to start every time you release the button. Oh, but you could just automatically switch and it'll continue. You just have to make sure you don't let go for a long time. Yo, that's awesome. Okay, and I remember seeing a video where the Reaper's silent mode did not work with the remote. This is the moment of truth for this part. If this one works on it. Maybe it was just like something like what do you call a defect? Okay, yeah, silent mode doesn't work. Oh well, I guess it's not even programmed at all, so that kind of sucks, but you know, at least you know what this guy does. That's awesome. Yes, I love it. Here, let's do it one more time. Here we go. But I'm glad it works. It does something. Yeah. This is pretty awesome to see. Well, I think that's gonna do it for today. Let me know what you guys think of the 5-foot ghost. It's super rare. And yeah, I'm super glad to have a small collection of floating monsters. Let me know what you guys think. It's crazy that it's rare. And I'll see you guys in the next one. See you till then.